Hello everyone, this is Jamerica with Jamerica Life, and we are going to continue with our platter of plants. I have put together another tray and it has a bunch of soil in it. Got my trusty dusty knife. You remember we put this here on the last planting session, but here we go again. So last time I told you that I told you that there were a few spinach in here that were really small. See that right there? Let me move this big old bok choy leaf. Right there where I'm holding my hand. That's a piece of spinach, and I think there's another one in here, but we're gonna get the bok choy out. There is another one right there. So we're gonna get the bok choy out, and all I'm doing with the knife, that is dirty because I didn't wash it, is we're going to cut it like cake. So let me show you how I get it out, because this is a new discovery for me, and you know, necessity is the mother of all invention. A lady was doing this years ago on YouTube, and I don't even think she doesn't do many YouTube videos. I don't remember seeing her again, but we're gonna do it the way I saw her do it, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. So what she did was took the knife, right? Because it's hard to get these things out, and see how they're getting all intertwined? There's actually 2 of them in here, but I didn't know it because it's so juicy. This is bok choy. And all I'm doing is I'm going around the pod to separate it, just like you would separate a cake from a cake pan, so that I get this thing out without damaging it as much as, I mean, I may mess up some roots, but I want it to release from this pod without losing a bunch of root. And there we are. So it looked like one was in there, but there are actually 4 bok choys in here. So we're gonna use them all. That's one. All I do is take my finger, make a hole, pinch it back in. I purposely didn't press down the soil prior to planting these. So I just put soil in it and dampened it a little bit. Here's number 2. Take my finger, open it up. Make sure I get all the roots down there. And close it up. Next one, pull it apart, open that up. Go ahead and close that down. Open this one up. Close it down, pinch it in, right? Let me turn it around so y'all can see. Let's go get another pod. Man, these things, I love bok choy. Bok choy is easy to grow, y'all. We're gonna see how it does in the house though, because it looked like, we'll discuss what's happening with the ones that we planted a couple of days ago, because it has been about 2 days. You're seeing this video back to back though. Remember, this is YouTube time. It's Sunday, or is it Monday? It's Monday. So here we are. It's Monday, y'all. Hopefully this thing loads today. We'll see. All right. So I got one. This is not bok choy. This is Swiss chard. It came out with it, but it's okay. I'm going to have to plant that. So we're on right here. Right here. And we got this one, right? And it's, you remember I planted more than one seed. Well, guess what? They all came up. So I'm gonna plant them all. Here's another one. I'm gonna open it up. This one got big old logs and I can feel it. Let me get this log out of here. Or is it just one that didn't break down? The soil didn't break down. Okay, I'm gonna open this up and pinch it back in on itself. Same thing with this one. Open it in, open it up. Oh shoot. Open it up and pinch it in on itself. Again. Oh, there's 4 in here. You see that? There's 2 more. I didn't see that. I'm gonna pull that one off. Right? Move this soil around so I get a good distribution of soil, not topsy-turvy. Not all. Okay, I'm gonna open it up with my finger. Take the plant, see? Put it in there. I'm gonna have to get another platter. Got one more here, right? Open it up, right? This one has a lot of roots that probably aren't its roots, but it's going to help fertilize the plant because I'm putting it in here. If you have roots attached to the seedling, get as many roots as you can on each one of them. But if you see a bunch of roots on one, don't worry about it. It'll be just fine. And the little ones, most likely they'll be fine. As long as they get enough root on them, they should be fine. This thing right here don't belong. This belong right here. It came out of this little pot. I'm gonna put it right back because I ain't planting you today. Apparently, I got more bok choy than I thought. And it is bok choy. I don't know what the difference between pak choy and bok choy is, but I eat bok choy, so that's what I ordered. That's what the seed packet said. So, my goodness. Well, y'all saw it when I planted 3 weeks ago, right? Okay, let's see how I'm gonna get this one out. I'm only at cell 3, y'all. I'm only at cell 3 and I almost got a full tray. These things multiply. I have another tray out there, thank goodness, because I know I'm gonna need it. All right, so pull it up. Oh my God. Pull it up. There we are. So I have 2 bok choy right here, and I'm just gonna pull them apart. There we are, right? We're gonna put a hole right there. Close it down. I'm gonna go right here. Let me put this here. I'm gonna go right here. Go down. And I'm gonna pinch it down. There we go. Okay. Let's get another cell. There we go. Right there. And oh, there's only 2 in here. And I only have 2 left. Well, I still have this much left, so I still got to go get the other tray. Still got 2 cells left, and God knows how many bok choys in there. And all I'm doing is gently pulling them apart, trying to get as much root as I can. Doesn't always work out like that. Sometimes you just get a little bit on one and a lot on the other. But it's okay. It's okay. Let's go ahead and batten down the hatches on this one. Here you go. And then this one has a lot of soil and a lot of roots. Most likely it's not its roots, all of its roots, but it came with the package, so I'm gonna take it, right? And I'm opening this thing up because I gotta open it up a lot. I don't know what roots is its or what roots is the other ones, but I'm gonna use all of it. Okay, so I'm trying to stand these jokers up now and sort out the soil. Did I leave the No, vermiculite is back in the garage, or God knows where it is. I'll go and get it. So we're done this one. Let's go and get the other tray of soil, and then we'll get the vermiculite for everything and finish this off, because there are a lot of bok choy here. This is so awesome. I'm so excited, y'all. You just don't know. You just don't know how you make me feel. But I'm not the same. I'm not the same. Okay, y'all, I got my vermiculite. And my puppy's outside, so maybe she won't, nobody will mess with this. The bigger dogs, they're too old to play around like that. And I let her fly in. So we got this tray done. No vermiculite yet. And it's time to get the rest of the bok choy. Move this up. Turn this around. I told you, it looks like nothing in here, right? Deceiving. I learned that years ago. That, you plant about 4 I planted about 4. Y'all saw me do it. And sometimes you get all 4. Sometimes you get 1, sometimes you get 2. Depends on the age of the seed and what you're planting. Some things are harder to grow than others. Apparently bok choy is not one of them though. Not this one anyway. Y'all saw the seed that I used. I can't remember whose seed it was, but y'all saw it 3 weeks ago on a live, if you want to look it up. Let's see. It was a live. I think it was my last live, actually. The last live I did. All right, so this one has 4 of them in here. All 4 seeds germinated. And I'm gonna try to tickle it so I can get these roots separated a little bit, but it ain't working. It ain't working. So I'm gonna try to separate them from the top. First, I gotta get the leaves apart. And then I just pull gently. You're gonna lose some root. It's just the name of the game. All right, and these 2 are together, right? Oh, there's 5 that came up. Jesus peace. Thank you, Jesus. That's 1. Here's a little one right here. I'm giving everybody the opportunity to thrive. I'll tell you that. That's 2. That's 3. And there's 2 here. Pull them apart. That's 4 and that's 5. I told you, we might fill up this tray with those 2 pods because everything germinated. So there, pinch it down. It's not a lot of soil in this one. I cheated myself on some soil and I don't have any extra soil. So I'm gonna have to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Let me get some soil from one of these other pods. And I may use the whole tray, I may not. I have more soil out there, it's just not wet. It's fine. It's just fine. I do want to make sure that these things are buried correctly though, or their roots are covered so that they have a sturdy foundation. They can thrive. They get every opportunity to become voluptuous. Here goes another one. I got 2 more over here, but this one looked like, well, it was closest to me, to tell you the truth. It was just closest. There we go. Doesn't take long to do this. It's just, making yourself do it. Now, I don't like mine get my hands dirty, but if you want to use gloves, no shame here. No shade, no shame, no nothing. Do it the best way you know how. Do what you want to. Do it, everyone. Do what you want to. Let's have some fun now. All right. Gotta get some more soil. There's not enough soil in here. The soil is airy and light. And this is the soil that I normally use. This is City of Austin soil. There's no special, mixture or whatnot. It's just basically compost. City of Austin compost. You find a good soil, you stick to it. No, you could buy the most expensive one. You could buy whatever works. That's what you use. All right, we got 1 more pod right here. Right there. Y'all see it? Move this over. Move the knife. Right there. This is 1. And I don't know how many. It looks like there's 2 bok choy in there. And I'll use this. I got to make name tags too, so I'll give you my thoughts of the day, if I have any, after I finish this. So I got to use a knife. Bring it closer to yourself so you don't have to struggle as much. And I'm cutting it like if you're a baker, you know what I'm talking about. You know how the cake sticks to the side of the pan. You take the knife, a butter knife, and run it along the side of the pan so it'll release. That's the same thing I'm doing. I'm just releasing it from the sides because these roots are there's a lot of them apparently. All right, and then after I separate all 4 sides, then I pull up and look, I got it all. Better than I was doing before. Remember when I was using my finger? There's 3 of them in here. I thought it was only 2, but there's 3. So 3 of them germinated. See that? There's 3 plants here. So I'm gonna slowly pull them apart. Whichever one looks like it. Oh, man, slowly pull them apart. Okay, there's 1. Oh boy, gotta put some more soil here. I might run out of soil in one of the pots because I'm gonna have to use that pot over and over to plant everything. I'm just making sure I cover those roots. Roots are like veins, y'all. You gotta cover them. Okay, I have 2 more here. Dog's knocking on the door. And I just take it and I separate it. See that? All right. Let me move this right here. Move that to the side. Hopefully I didn't cover anything that's living. Move that to the side. Those are the extra ones, right? I want you to see what I'm doing, so I'm turning the thing around. All right. So I just take it. I need to put more soil in here. Oh, I could use the one. Use the one that you was using, huh? Put some more soil in here because it wasn't enough. And this one too. Okay. And then this one. All right, so I'm gonna take my finger, make a divot, make a hole, wide enough for the roots to come in, cover it up, and make sure I put enough soil around this joke. I'm not trying to cover the plant. I'm just trying to get to the crown. And this right here, see that right there? That's the crown. If it's a tree, if it's grafted, you don't want to go past the graft line. If there's no graft line, well, you can bury, like tomatoes, you can bury those jokers. You take some leaf off and bury those. But with these, do not bury it like a tree, just up to the crown. You just want to stabilize it and get all the roots up underground. Don't cover up all of the leaves. And then press it down. So I have 2 4 spots left. Right there. And I want to make sure I don't lose any leaves. So I'm going to turn these around where the leaves are overlapping one another and not going to overlap the new plants that whatever's in there. I'm going to pick up another row, and we're going to use these 4. There's 4 planters left. We're going to do 2 trays. Since I got to like this much, I might as well finish it off. So what do I have here? I have to go and get some more soil, but I'm going to go and I'm deciding what I'm going to use. So I have Swiss chard. 1, 2, oh man, one that already came out. 2, 3, 4. I have more than, I guess I could put those 2 on the same one. Swiss chard gets big, by the way. But that's not Ford Hook. That's that Swiss chard that I got from the Dollar Tree. The one that from the Dollar Tree is multicolored and multi-seed. There's different types of Swiss chard out there. That's my dog knocking. So there was someone who asked me, one of the ladies who watch me, or men that watch me, they asked me, how do I know the difference between plants? They look different. Some of them look alike until they don't. But they don't look, I mean, they don't look alike. Bok choy does not look like Swiss chard. This is Swiss chard. Look at the leaves. Look at the bok choy leaves. And they grow at different rates. I'm still going to mark them, but if you plant this stuff, after a while, you can identify it. That was a Swiss chard. And they come up at different rates. I tell you that. There's some of them are big and strong. If they get a lot of light and they I'm trying to pull this one up. They get a lot of light. You see that? This one was shading out this little one right here. And there's another one coming up. There's 3 of them in here. All I'm gonna do is pull it apart. Trying to get as much root as I can, right? I'm gonna take the little baby one, which is right here. See that? And put these 2 in one pot, and then this one right here. I got some extra pots there, by the way, because I knew that I was gonna have more Swiss chard than I expected. So, and all I do is cover it up. Since that baby one is there, I'm gonna give it the opportunity. I'm not gonna pinch it off, nothing, because that might be. I mean, most of the time when I plant stuff, they survive. But if I put 2 in, most likely one is gonna survive. So I don't waste any plant. No plant left behind. And this is kind of dry soil because I got this from outside, but I'm still gonna plant it. I'll water it in a minute. Just covering it up and making sure it stands up. Okay. So here's another bok choy. I'm so used to saying bok choy. Here's another Swiss chard. Man, pull it close to Jamaica. Turn it around so y'all can see. What is this right here? Kale. Kale didn't come up a lot, but kale is, look at them. Look at kale. Anyway, let me get another one out. So I'm just taking my knife, cutting the sides, or pushing the knife down on the sides to release it from the walls of this cell. And then I'm pulling up. Well, I didn't do well on this one, getting it up, but this is 2 plants, but I'm still gonna plant them together in one sitting, or one pot. Okay, I still have Swiss chard. Remember, this is from Dollar Tree, and this is a variety pack, which means that it has different types of Swiss chard in here. This one is most likely an orange one. And this one looks like Ford Hook, but you can't tell right now. It's kind of little. I don't know. I still have pots left. So let's take this one and move it to the side. We're on the tray 2. I was only gonna do one tray, but I guess God had a different, she was like, no, girl. You go ahead and get this, the what is this? Swiss chard done also. So I'm gonna do it. I got 4 little pots there, and I have this pot right here. Y'all see me moving? Yeah. It's an artichoke pot. I'm gonna have to use it because it has space in it, and I only have limited space. This is indoor planting. I don't have space like I have out there in the yard. So I can smell my peppermint, which is right here. It smells so good. I'm gonna take them out. I'm gonna move them forward, and I'm gonna turn the tray around so y'all can see. Take these. Okay, I'm running out of space. You smell it. I gotta get it together, y'all. The plan was to just do one, and looky here. We are on tray number 3, or we're gonna do 2.5 trays, almost 2.5 trays. So we got this pot, got this one, got this one. I got 4, and I only have this one. I might have the kale done too. Yeah, I might have the kale done too, and this one. This soil is dry, so I have to wet it before I put anything. Well, no, let's keep on going. So here is the Swiss chard. I'm just gonna move it around. Swiss chard does not look like kale. Kale does not look like bok choy. Bok choy does not look like Swiss chard. None of them look alike. And there are 2 Swiss chard in here. See that? And I'm just gonna pull it apart. Try to get as much root as I can. Okay. So there. That's one. And that's 2. All right. So, I'll put this here. We have 2 pots, and I have the kale. And how many kale are in here? 2? 2 kale. 2 kale came up, and I have 2 pots. Ain't that something? So I'm gonna put kale right here. And then you'll see what I mean, because I know that this looks like a lot, because it is. It's a lot. So I'm taking the kale out. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm not AI then. I'm human. I'm only human. I'm not a man, though. All right. Look at that. Look at that. That kale needed to come up. It needed to come up. I'm pulling my handful out. Lay that down. And cover it up. I'm breaking a sweat, y'all. I don't know why. It's not hot. Well, it is warm in here. All right. There's my kale. And then there's one more, right? Well, 2 more, but I'm going to plant them together right here. Kale didn't do good, but I think those seeds were old. I think the kale seeds were old. I have microgreen kale, so I got plenty of kale out that I could plant. As a matter of fact, I had a tray full of kale that I ate. Me and the birds ate, I should say that. Mostly the birds. I left it in there and it got all tangled up, and it was hard for me to do it, so I used it as microgreens. Okay, so there's our 2 kale. I'm gonna have to plant some more kale because that's not enough. Not enough. Unless I do a mixed salad or something like that. Kale is good for you. All right, so we have Merlot lettuce, which did not get enough sunlight or did not get enough light. So I got one that looks healthy, but the other ones don't. What is this? Ford hook. Ford hook is huge. Let me move this to the side. I just want to show you what's left on the tray. Ford hook is huge. But the Merlot lettuce got shaded out by the Ford hook. I'm taking these little things off because I need my lettuce to get some light. I don't really eat a lot of lettuce though, to tell you the truth. But I still want it. I want it because I see people with lettuce and I am determined to grow lettuce. And then our red Marconi, they are coming up, but they're also being shaded out by this Ford hook. So we'll have to see the red Marconi here. See that line over here? That's they're being encroached upon by the Ford hook, but they're right here. Red Marconi peppers, they all came up. They're right, move this out of the way, huh? Move this forward. They're right there. Where's that big old leaf? See that? They're right there. Anyway, we're gonna put this back and we gotta get this Ford hook out of here, but it's not coming out today. No, no, no. It's not gonna come out today. I'm gonna put the knife here so maybe it'll stand up. I'm gonna put this back on the carousel of love. Right there. All right, so it's time for me to show you what we got. Yes, it is. So on this tray, we have bok choy and Swiss chard. This line right here is Swiss chard, and these two lines right here is bok choy. While I'm talking and telling you what they are, let me put some vermiculite. It shouldn't take me that long to do it. I watch people do this and they just put a whole heap on it. And I'm trying to be cheap with it, but shoot, the cheap can become expensive because if my plan's damping off, I'm gonna be boo-hooing y'all. I ain't do all this for nothing. I want results. That's what I'm looking for, results. Okay. And this one right here is gonna shade out this one, so I'm gonna turn it so that this one can get some light. Okay. So that tray is done. Right, that's one. Then we got this one with the Swiss chard and the kale. There's 2 Swiss chard right here and 2 kale. Cover it up. Okay, those are done. I'm gonna take those out so that you can see what we got done so far, okay? We're not gonna cheat by letting you think that, you know, and anybody see the stuff that's already been planted, okay? And I need to show you something that's happening with our spinach. Spinach does not like warm. If spinach gets too warm, it'll bolt. Here's our Swiss chard. So we did Swiss chard, kale, excuse me, this is bok choy, kale, Swiss chard. And this tray right here is Swiss chard and bok choy. Out of those little, how many rows did we do? Maybe 3 rows? This is all we have. See how I say that your grow station can get full really quick? Got to put the vermiculite on this one. But I didn't forget because I'm doing it right now. So don't overplant unless you have the space for it. I think I have just about enough space with that one little tray. I got all of this. And I know this stuff is gonna grow. I have faith. You gotta have faith, baby. Got to. You know, sometimes when you plant a seed, you just can't believe that little seed can grow, but that's just how God made it. It's gonna grow. Something's gonna grow. Plant good seed and good soil, you'll be good to go. That's in the Bible. All right, let's see. My nose is running. Man, what's going on here? What's going on, Miss Jamaica? You allergic to your planting? That ain't gonna work. I'm gonna keep on planting. The devil is a liar. I am not gonna stop planting because I got the sniffles behind planting. I'm just gonna keep on going. It might be the vermiculite that's making me. The vermiculite seems to be a little dusty. It got this smell to it, but it's okay. It's not. It's a faint smell, but apparently my nose don't like it. Okay, so this bag is closed. Initially, I was gonna mark all of them, but I don't need to mark them because I know what it is. I know what bok choy looks like. I know what Swiss chard looks like. And I know what, where's Kale? I know what Kale looks like. So I'm not gonna mark them. I don't need to. If you need to, go ahead and mark each one. I put one of the stickies in each of them like this because it was already marked, but I don't really need them because I know what it is because I've grown it enough. If you're growing something new though, maybe you should mark it. If you're growing something over and over again every year, like these, you don't need to mark it. That's just my opinion though. Do what you want to do. It's your garden. I recommend you have an indoor garden though, especially if you're up in the north. The grow station doesn't cost very much. It costs more now than it ever has, but it should go back on sale. And you don't have to get the 5-tier one. Get what you can afford or make your own or find one at the thrift store. People turn these things in all the time. This is just a basic wire rack with some, not grow lights, shop lights. The shop lights are way cheaper. I bought the shop lights and the rack on Amazon. No, I bought the rack from Walmart. And I got the shop lights from Amazon. I just made sure the lumens were high enough. We'll see what happens. I have faith. So let's go ahead and get this stuff on the rack, on the shop rack, on the grow station. That's what it's called, on my grow station. And we'll go on, and the next one, we'll finish the tray off. Man, the grow station is going to be big because I think I'm going to have to replant these things in bigger pots. I got some pots on the very top of the rack, just in case. I think those are 3-gallon pots. Hopefully I don't have to use them. Well, I hope I have to use them. Maybe that's a good thing because that means my plants will be big and juicy. We'll see. Let's go ahead and put everything on the rack. And then okay, y'all so used to me having this stuff over there in the office because that's where I had it last year. This year is going to be where you're going to see it on the lives. I want you to be able to see it through its progression. So let's see. This rack right here is closer to the light than this, and I'm gonna move this over so that everything is getting light. And then those 4 plants, the Swiss chard and the kale, they're gonna go back in here with them. And then we'll talk about what happened with this spinach because I was really disappointed about what happened. The more you grow, the more you know. Because it looks like, could be wrong, looks like the dog's bone is here. Looks like they could be doing something I don't want it to do. Okay, so we got everything on the grow station. And I need to replant this moringa too, but that's a sidebar. That's not what we're doing right now. Focus, girl, focus. So we planted our spinach, right? Y'all know spinach like colds, right? Yeah, it does. And apparently it's too warm in here because it looks like it's bolting. So it really does. That does not look like leaves. That looks like pods for flowers. So I am a little concerned about the spinach. This is all, planting indoors and it's warm in here. And it was close to the light, and the light puts off heat. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna give it time. But that definitely looks like that. right there looks like flowers, getting ready. It's gonna flower. So if it does, I'll let you know. Because my house is it's been warm here. I'm in Texas, zone 9A. In the daytime, it's about 80 something degrees, and it's November, mid-November. So we normally don't get cold for very long. We maybe get some cold spurts, maybe in December through February. By the end of February, cold is over for Texas. Excuse me, cold is over for people in zone 9A area, most likely. It might not, cold to us might be 55 degrees. That's all I'm gonna say. Freezing happens normally between December, end of December, all the way through February. Sometimes it lasts longer. Every year is different, so I can't say that. But for the majority of the time, we get cold spurts. We don't get consistent cold. The longest it'll stay cold here is maybe a week at a time. Then it'll go back to being what you all in the north would consider warm. Down here, 55 and below, cold to us. People down here don't even have coats most of the time. So the spinach looks like it's bolting, but we'll see. This is all the experiment. It's all a part of learning, right? It definitely looks like it's gonna bolt. This one here. We got all of our stuff planted. We got one more planting session for the tray. I got, let's see. So I got one entire shelf done. That down there that's where we got all the plants from. That one was planted out. This one right here was planted out last session. And the arugula and the what is this? Mustard. Are we planting mustards? No, mixed salad. Mixed salad, they're doing fine. I just pulled one out by accident. They're doing just fine. If I didn't pull it out, put that back. It was sticking to the soil and I pulled it out by accident. Leave it alone, Jamaica. Gosh, leave it alone. Poor baby. So the mixed salad and the arugula, which is all salad, this tray right here is all salad, is done. This is what we have left, which is the Merlot lettuce, the Ford hook. The Ford hook is doing wonderful, but the Ford hook is shading out everything. So I think the next session will be the Ford hook coming up out of here. Then we got our bok choy, our kale, and our Swiss chard planting right here. So I got one row done, and man, I'll have room for some other things. So that's good. It's really good. This shelf might be too close. This might be the reason why the spinach bolted, because this shelf is really close to the heat. So I'm gonna put it down here. That might help a little bit. And I'll put a tray under there later on to help it out. But I don't want it close to the light. The light is giving off heat. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna move this one. These seedlings are already up. They can reach. They can reach now. Uh-oh, I spilled water. Jesus Christ. And this light is about to go out. The lights put off heat. So that might be the reason why it bolted. I wet up my table again. Anyway, go ahead and plant your indoor stuff. The only way you're gonna learn how to do this is by doing it. That's how I'm learning. Because I need to know how to grow indoors, because the weather, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And there's not a lot of bugs in here unless I bring them in like I did last year. This is Jamaica with Jamaica Life. I thank everybody for being with me. And this is planting number 2 for the indoor garden plant.